Good Tuesday morning, everybody. I'm meteorologist Johnny Lively doing our Tuesday morning show, which is sponsored by HB Neal Construction. We had some isolated showers just offshore, trying to push into Cameron Parish, but really not much going on. Another quiet day is expected today. And it's been quiet across the state of Texas, not much going on, especially in Louisiana as well, too. That's because that high pressure has really kind of dominated our region. We've got some high clouds, or actually got some cloud cover in Texas Hill Country. Some light showers going on this morning, but other than that, not much expected here today. We're seeing the temperatures really across the area. You see Portland, Seattle, San Francisco in the 50s. Not going on over here in Texas. We're at 78 degrees here in Houston, 82 in New Orleans, and Tampa at 86 already. Beaumont, 73 degrees down towards the coast. We're into the low to mid 80s. Sabine Pass off to a warm start, already at 86. Lake Charles at 78 degrees. Main store today, it is going to be hot. Once we get to the afternoon hours, mid to upper 90s is what we're expecting. And that means that we are already under a heat advisory until Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our heat index today will be anywhere from 105 to 110 degrees. So you definitely want to try to stay cool. The only relief we have from the heat is later this week and into the weekend. We're going to look over there just off the East Coast, parts of Florida, all that green, that is deep tropical moisture, high levels of moisture. Just like last week, this is going to cross over Florida, getting into the Gulf in the next couple of days. This won't get into our area until late Thursday, especially Friday into the weekend. So all that green right there is all the rain that we will be looking at later this week, and that will help get our temperatures back down into the upper 80s to low 90s. So there is all that high levels of moisture into the purple and pink and a blue shaded region. But look over here in southeast Texas, we've got the yellow, the orange, the green. That's because we're dry right now because of that high pressure ridge. But all of this is going to be changing as we get into Thursday. Notice that southeast Louisiana and central Louisiana starting to get high levels of moisture. And then once we get into Friday, you can see all over southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, high levels of moisture in our area. That's when we see those rain chances definitely picking up. Sticking around on Saturday. Sunday, we want to dry out a little bit, but we still have some of that moisture in our area, at least giving us 40% coverage. But here's Monday, still keeping that moisture in the forecast. So we're still going to have rain even on Monday as well too. Upper level flow, we've got that high pressure ridge right over our area, really kind of shutting down anything rain wise and keeping us really hot. And so we're going to see that really change. This whole summer, that ridge has been moving all over the place. Last couple of summers, ridge would kind of dominate our region, sit over our area, and just make us hot and dry. Not this summer. It has been on the move. And once again, once we get into Friday, it will be on the move again, bringing the flow out of the east. Lots of moisture getting into our region. And then once we get into Sunday, that ridge is into the southern plains, still keeping the flow out of the east, still keeping the showers and thunderstorms into our area, even on Monday as well too. So it is an active period once we get into the end of the week, into the weekend, and even on Monday. Not active on futurecasts. Maybe a couple of brief showers just to the east of Lake Charles, Louisiana, getting into central coastal regions of Louisiana, but not much here in southeast Texas. 5 to 10% coverage is possible. Little to no rain is expected for us. It's going to be hot. And even on Wednesday, we've got the cloud cover. We just don't have the rain. So the main story that we're going to see is it's going to be hot. It's going to be dry. We don't see any rain getting into the forecast until later on Thursday, especially Friday into the weekend. High temperatures today will be into the mid to upper 90s across the region, which means that heat index is going to be very high. I don't think these numbers are actually very accurate. I think we're going to get up to 105 to 110 degrees on the heat index. Overnight tonight, we'll see the temperatures anywhere from the low to mid 70s across the region. Along that I-10 corridor, we get into the mid to upper 70s. Towards the coast, you'll be into the low to mid 80s. Watching the tropics, not much to watch. We had an area out in the main development region, far out east in the tropical element, had about a 10 to 20% chance of development. That has been dropped. And the reason why is there's just way too much Saharan dust going on. This is dry, stable air. Tropics do not like this at all. And as this continues to dominate the tropical Atlantic, this is going to keep us pretty quiet. This starts getting into the Caribbean and possibly getting into the Gulf as we get into the end of the week and into the weekend. So more dust is definitely on the way. Looking at our 7-day forecast here in southeast Texas, it's going to be hot the next couple of days, but rain returns into the week, into the weekend, and even sticking around on Monday as well too. Southwest Louisiana, it's going to be hot and it's going to be dry. Moisture comes in a little bit quicker in southwest Louisiana, so though we got 50% coverage on Thursday, Rain chances stick around all weekend and even next week. Only thing that we're seeing that's positive, all of this rain, all this cloud cover helps keep our temperatures in the weekend the upper 80s to low 90s. That's the only good news about it. So you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Stay cool. And don't forget to watch our Tuesday evening show with Lucas Boswick. And if you want to follow more updates, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday.